We just landed in San Diego and got our pre-clearance ban. It's a full flight, but we got the emergency seat row. Everyone is boarded. We're ready to go. 6-hour flight. An picked us up from the airport and Ting stayed home to help lay out all the food for us, and dinner was ready. We have the Japanese hamburger steak, the omu rice, the beef tonkatsu, and also the cream croquette. Everything was from Ginza. We stayed at the Regency in Waikiki. Needless to say, there was a lot of action going on this street that night. And this night view just makes room for great conversations and late night snacks. Altogether, a beautiful evening. Do you hear that? That's some natural sound from paradise without any added music. The next morning, An was our preferred driver. Our first stop for breakfast, Leonard's Bakery. It was very crowded on a Sunday. My number one tip is to go on a weekday where there is no line, especially since it's President's Day weekend. Now, Leonard's Bakery does sell t-shirts, hats, and other desserts. Let's take a look at their eclair. Delicious chocolatey goodiness along with their cupcakes. Surprisingly, the Portuguese wraps were delicious. They were Portuguese wrapped filled with their famous sweetbread. And you can take a closer look at these. They do get sold out pretty quickly, so if you don't go get them right in the morning, they're going to be sold out. But the best part is the malasadas. And tip number 2, get those malasada puffs. They are packed with delicious fillings. Time for a second breakfast. Let's head to Kono's. It's straight down the street right next to Leonard's Bakery. I love their breakfast bombers, chuns. It's filled with roasted pork. We're now headed to get our snorkeling gear at Snorkel Bob's. They have reliable equipment at an affordable price. I tend to get the yellow float waist belt. Please do not judge me. Got my anti-fog solution and now going to try the flippers. Now that we have our snorkeling gear, we're heading out on the road again to Hanauma Bay. Sit back and relax because you're in for one scenic drive. Here we are at Lanai Lookout. It's one of the scenic lookout points where you have a great view of the ocean and cliffs. Needless to say, besides the beautiful view, you can also have a great opportunity to feel the wind and take some nice photos that will last a lifetime. We're across from the Hanauma Bay parking lot and ran into the Coco Head. It's a steep railroad track hike with over 1,000 steps. We're not hiking today, but photo opportunity it is. We are here at Hanauma Bay Nature Preserve parking lot. Good thing we made a reservation. That line is long. To kill some time, there's some staircase and a short hike. With great views for you to take a look at the bay before actually entering it. At the top of the hike, let's take a full look at the bay. Gotta take unlimited photos to make up for the perfect view. And final look at Coco Crater Trail. We found our spot. Now, let's figure out how to put on the snorkeling gear and get ready to go into the water. As you can tell, we are in the early group, so it is not as crowded out there. The water is just so clear, calm, giving you that added visibility in order to see the coral reef and enjoy the beauty out there. Gotta take a selfie to capture the happy moment. Hawaii has such a conducive environment to grow plants and trees. This is one of my favorite alongside the road where you will see a lot of butterflies. We're going to my favorite place, Murakami Udon, for lunch. Yes, this place is in Texas, but this is especially delicious in Honolulu. Make some room for the fried goodies. My favorite is the potato croquette. They also have spam musubi, which I forgot to capture. I like my curry mikutama. It's just so savory and delicious. Now there's always room for dessert. This place is everything matcha-licious. You can see their soft serves are the best. This is a blend of vanilla and matcha. To burn off all the calories we just ate, we walked around the outdoor shopping area. We randomly ran across a luau, and just being a spectator, it was pretty interactive for the participants. Lots of people were excited. Plenty of different activities going on at the same time. It makes some fun people watching. But obviously I didn't want to pay for this, so watching would do. Let me tell you, a lot of the souvenirs are overpriced in Honolulu. If you want your stash of souvenirs that are affordable, go to Don Quixote. And this is one of my favorite places on the island. Everything is just so organized and in the right place. Unlike in Japan, this Don Quixote's has large aisles, plenty of different snacks to choose from, along with chocolate. It's a beautiful day in paradise to catch the sunrise. It's musubi for breakfast. Here we have teriyaki spam, spicy cod, and delicious tuna. Well, enough of Waikiki. It's time to get out of here and go to the North Shore, where things are laid back, a lot calmer and slower. But first, we gotta get coffee. Welcome to Green World Coffee Farm. It is a small farm located in the North Shore, and it's known for roasting fresh coffee. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, peak coffee time. Everyone is getting in line and ready for their dose of caffeine. I just love their decor. They have coffee posters almost everywhere. Now it's time to pick up our coffee, but it also has a station for free coffee samples. Time for me to review the coffee.
All right, so let's try the matcha. It's okay. Let's try this. Very bitter and strong, but very good. So I would say hazelnut is a go. So when you go to a coffee place, you should drink coffee.
Just taking a nice stroll through their beautiful coffee garden. Everything is so green. Pretty much a self-guided tour to look at the coffee trees and see how it transitions into your daily cup of joe. The tour is completely free, and as you can see, there's not a lot of people, so we have the whole place to ourselves. This tree is beautiful, located right in the back of the farm. Since we're already at the North Shore, it's a quick drive to the Dole plantation. It is a historic plantation where you will get the full pineapple experience. We're in line for the Pineapple Express train tour. The train ride is about 20 minutes and is fully narrated. My recommendation is go do this attraction first because the line is usually the longest. Here is the lychee tree, and there is cacao. We finally ran into the star of the show. Here are the pineapples and a little bit of an up-close look for you. Now it's time for a more relaxed, self-guided tour through the plantation garden. I just love all the vibrant, exotic colors. Here are the native plant species you can find throughout the North Shore. Last but not least is the yellow hibiscus, Hawaii's state flower. A rumbling stomach means it's time for food, but of course we have to do dessert first and get their Dole whip. You have to add on the fresh pineapples. That just makes it a game changer. Of course they sell other savory foods such as hot dogs and french fries, but the Dole whip is a must if you're at the Dole plantation. We're finally here to tackle the world's largest maze. At the front they give you a game card. You're supposed to find 8 different stations and then go to the kiosk to log in that you were there at the station. I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just gonna follow these people and trust that they know how to read a map. At one point, I think we were just aimlessly wandering around and enjoying ourselves instead of being on a mission. Finally at a station, and we're stenciling in the back of the card as proof. I think we give up on finding any more stations, so we're just gonna head out from the maze. We're back on the road for more adventures, and first stop is the fruit stand. Found the stash of soursop, a native fruit to the tropical areas of America. Onto the Kailua Town Center, where you can find a lot of eateries along with shopping. Might as well stop by the famous Matsumoto shaved ice, where you will find different flavors and texture of shaved ice, including icy and smooth at the same time. The line appears long, but it moves relatively quickly, especially since they're making the shaved ice right in front of you. We chose the small rainbow flavor, which includes strawberry, pineapple, and lemon. For a small extra fee, we added on condensed milk and mochi. Our order's finally ready. Time to chow down. We're here at Giovanni's Shrimp Truck. Now the line is extremely long because it's President's Day. Do not make the same mistake. We waited over an hour and a half to get our food. Finally, we secure the food in hand and we're headed to the beach. Semi worth the long wait. Taking in some ocean breeze at Laniakea Beach. This place is known for the basking Hawaiian sea turtles. They are native to the Hawaiian island and found in the shallow coastal waters. During daylight hours, they like to crawl out of the sand and rocks to bask and rest. This is the North Shore life, known for their big, strong waves that are great for surfing. Be careful when you're in the water because they can easily knock you down. And we're catching the sunset together. Going back to Waikiki, we went to Shibuya to grab some Japanese hot pot. It's a pretty long wait, so make sure you check into Yelp and be on their waiting list. Shibuya is known for their thinly sliced meat and fresh vegetables. It's 6:14 a.m. in the morning and we're taking a nice walk to grab some breakfast. Waikiki is still asleep at this hour, so we stopped by the Sunrise Shack and grabbed some traditional acai bowl, along with drinking some coffee. It doesn't hurt that the view was awesome. It's close to 8 a.m. at Waikiki Beach. There's barely anyone here, so this is the perfect opportunity to explore and also take beautiful photos. I just love the calm, clear, warm water. You can see the high-rise hotels along the shore. Oh, I spy a rainbow. Time to head back to get some more breakfast. On our way, we saw a crab. Waikiki is starting to become alive, and instead of going to Leonard's Bakery, we went to their food truck, which is not as crowded. but equally delicious. And here we are at Ono Seafood. It's known for the best fresh and flavorful poke. We got the shoyu ahi, and here you see is the Hawaiian style ahi. It's a very scenic drive to go to our next hiking destination. We passed by the Lanai Lookout and the Halona Blowhole Lookout. We are here at the Makapu Point Lighthouse Trail. There's plenty of available parking spots. The uphill battle is a paved trail along the sea cliffs. It's such a gorgeous view, and you can see the Coco Head and Coco Crater. There's not a lot of shade, so you have to make sure to bring a hat and also your sunglasses. Heading towards the top, you cannot miss the panoramic vistas all around. The heat is not getting to us as we're ascending because there's a lot of wind everywhere. We're almost close to our destination, reaching the top. The hike was worth it, one of the most stunning views of the deep blue sea. We probably needed to bring our binoculars in order to see the whales. We made a pit stop at Halona Blowhole, where the wind is strong and the tides are high. I love the view of the rocky cliffs, and right next to it is a beautiful sandy beach. Since the beach is rather hidden, take extra precaution if you're swimming or snorkeling, as there is no lifeguard on site. We made it to Costco and currently in the aisle of snacks exclusively in Costco, Hawaii.
We just went to Costco, and this is what's unique. We got the salted egg salmon skin. And we also got the honey roasted Hawaiian macadamia nuts that are made here. And then also the Kona Coffee dark chocolate macadamias. And next we have the shrimp cheeks. They're very crispy. Last but not least, we have the dried chips. These are only in Hawaii.
We're catching the sunset at Banan. This is your destination for delicious soft serve. Take a look at our delicious chocolate mac waffle cone. Who says we can't have dessert before dinner? We're just killing some time before we head to our reservation. We made it to the Ginza Barin Tonkatsu in Yoshoku Bistro. Make sure you have a reservation, or else you'll be denied entry. Cheers to another good day. But first, let's start making our own tonkatsu sauce. Grinding in the sesame seed. And let's take a look at the finished product. Ready to go. Bon appetit. The rice came in this fancy container and was served out to us. This is the thick cut pork loin katsu set. Everything was delicious, including the pork tenderloin katsu sandwich. Our next water adventure is going out to jet ski. The entire ride took about 30 minutes, and everyone in our group was riding tandem, meaning 2 person per jet ski. I didn't really record us on our jet skis because there was a fear of dropping my phone in the water. So all you get is the before and the after photos. For lunch, we had to go eat at Ono Seafood again. Gotta eat at this place twice if it's that great. We're now at Kahala Market by Foodland. This place is made of delicious cuisine on the go. They have fresh juice and poke and sushi, musubi, but most importantly, again, fresh poke. Take a look at this delicious marinated goodiness. We're gonna go ahead and take that to the beach. We're about to go hiking and it's pouring. Loading up on food before hiking the Manoa Falls trail. The parking lot is pretty spacious since we're a little early. We just got through the entrance, now heading to the start of the trail. The hike is truly breathtaking. There is luscious green all around. It's as if you're walking through a rainforest. Since it just rained, some areas are pretty muddy. It's a very easy hike. You can practically stroll along, and this place just takes you to a whole different world. I would definitely wear hiking shoes because it can get a little muddy, and maybe bring a poncho or rain jacket since it tends to rain randomly. It takes about 3/4 of a mile to reach the final destination, the waterfall. Fun fact, some of the scenes in Jurassic Park of 1993 were actually filmed here. And we're almost there. The scenic view continues. Here's a photo op for people who love bamboo trees. Apparently we went during the dry season because the fall is more like a trickle, not a very huge stream at this point. But overall, it makes one great hike. In my humble opinion, this is the best beach, Kailua Beach Park, where the white sand stretches out into the ocean. The sand is so smooth and the water is warm, you don't have to worry about stepping on rocks or hitting any algae. To quench our thirst, we went to Tiger Sugar to get some brown sugar milk tea filled with pudding and boba. We did some quick shopping before dinner. Now on to our reservation for dinner at Yakitori Hachi Bay. It is located in downtown Oahu, and we're one of the earliest guests to arrive. The chef was amazing. He was able to grill multiple yakitori or skewers using a special charcoal. This is just a preview of what we've been eating. There was a lot more. The chef gets the timing just right, even without measuring the meat temperature. Are you ready? Here you will see yakitori heaven. We're trying out the uni shooters at this time. To finish it off, we have the Hachi Bay Goma pudding. It has the consistency of flan with sesame seed. We are bright and early at Kailua Beach Adventures. After receiving the instructions from our guide, we had to take our 2-person kayak out into the ocean. It looks like an easy task until you have to push the entire kayak across the still water. And we're starting our 5-hour kayaking tour. The wind and waves were relentless. We were powering forward with our paddles but felt like we were going nowhere. It was a relief to see that the Moku Nui Island was in sight. An and Ting have reached the island successfully. Once we reached the private island, the view was gorgeous. There was no one on the island but ourselves. And there's our tour guide James entertaining us with food and stories. You can see the North Shore from here, but I spy a cute sleeping monk seal. Here's a closer view of the other island. So if you have water shoes, it's a good idea to bring them for this part of the guided tour. We had to do some minor rock climbing, and it can get a little bit slippery. It's just a beautiful moment without the crowd to feel the breeze and also watch the strong waves crashing against the rock formation. Now we're following James to do some minor rock climbing and reach the Queen Bath. Voila! It is the Queen Bath. Soak in that clear, beautiful water, and if you're brave enough, you can jump in just like An, where you will embrace warmth and saltiness. At least that's what I think it feels like. I forgot to mention that they do not have any restroom or showers on site, so you have to make sure you go before the long tour. I'm just stretching my legs and getting in some vitamin D before we head on back. We found some unique corals along the way. For some reason, the trip back was a breeze. Along the way, we passed by Lanikai Beach. Overall, it took us about 40 minutes to get back. Thank you to the calm water and the help of the wind. We're back at our favorite dessert place, Jejubing Dessert Cafe, located in Ala Moana. We got the tiramisu bingsu and the injomi bingsu. It's so creamy and smooth, not overly sweet whatsoever. Pour on the condensed milk and you have a game-changing dessert. We're here at the alley getting some boba and the line is pretty long at this point. Waiting on our drinks. We got the ube taro brown sugar Darioka milk tea and the brown sugar Darioka milk tea. We are here at the Suru Tontan, known for their udon noodles. I got the truffle and crab udon noodles. All the udon noodles come in this gigantic bowl. That's your curry deluxe udon noodle. It's our last meal in Honolulu and it was a fantastic trip.